Hello, my fellow humans. That's a bit of a weird intro, but we're just gonna roll with it. My name is Gabby and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, today I am going to tell you a story of how I manifested this beautiful and incredible apartment. Actually, me and my ex manifested together because we were looking to move out of our old place into a new place, and I told him we have to sit down and write down a list of all the things that we want the apartment to have. So here we are right now, and I still love that story so much. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how we made it happen. So we lived a year ago, actually over a year ago, in this other apartment. It was a very, very small one bedroom. It was a sublet, which meant that the girls' stuff and furniture was still there, so we didn't have a lot of space for our own things. And I was going to Europe, to Holland, in May for a couple of weeks to visit my family, and we had to move out by the end of May. So starting June 1st, we had to have a new apartment already. Now, as you guys know, I talk about the universe and law of attraction all the time. So I told him we need to write down a list of all the things that we want in an apartment, and just be very specific so the universe can assist us in finding that incredible place. I actually found the list of all the qualities that we wrote because I had it in my email, so I'm gonna read it out for you. A 1-bedroom, no fee, laundry in the building or in the apartment, gym within 1/3 of a mile, lots of natural light, storage space, big closets, quiet, subway stop within half a mile, main line, good neighbors, plenty counter space, a nice quiet area with trendy cafes and restaurants nearby, central air, rooftop access, grocery shop within half a mile, king-size bedroom, spacious living room, kitchen and living room are partially separate, space for a grill, easy street parking, space for bicycle, easy application process, health food store within half a mile. Now, let me say that there are 3 things that actually didn't happen, that didn't manifest in a way. That is the no fee. We actually had to pay a fee. There is no laundry in the building, but there's a laundromat 30 seconds from here, so it's very easy to do laundry either way. Then rooftop. I can go to my rooftop. It's not like a rooftop in which you can lounge, but there is a rooftop. And then there's no central air as well. So these are the only things that actually didn't come with this apartment. But do you think I was complaining that, oh no, you know what, it's still not a perfect apartment? Actually, this apartment is as perfect as it could be from that list. And the other things that didn't manifest actually weren't that important in the first place. So we wrote down a list of all the things that we wanted the apartment to have. And I've been working with the law of attraction since I was 9 years old, and sometimes I have these doubts, which I call surface doubts, because my belief that everything is going to work out and I'm going to manifest what I want is so much stronger than my occasional, worries of how, when, how is it going to happen, how will the dots connect? So I went to Holland in May for a couple of weeks to visit my family, and I was talking to my mom, and I was really stressed at the time. I was like, man, when I come back to New York, we're only gonna have a week and a half to find an apartment and move into a new apartment. I don't know if we can do it. I'm really worried. And she told me, calm down. The universe is going to take care of you. You already wrote down the list. You just have to trust that it's going to happen. You just have to believe it's going to happen. And she's like, it always happens for you. You believe it so much that it's going to work out. And I remember being really sad and telling her, I know it's going to work out, but I want to know how. And I feel that's a big struggle that all of us face, is wanting to know the how, when a lot of incredible books and spiritual teachers say you don't have to know the how. You have to know what you want. You have to know where you want to be. You have to believe it's going to happen, and then you have to surrender the how and the when to the universe. It's all about letting go and trusting that your desires will come into fruition. So I came back to Holland, and then we had a week and a half. We went to look at a bunch of different apartments, and they weren't the best. And then I reached out to this real estate guy for this other apartment, and he got back to us while we were leaving this other apartment that we were viewing, and he said, hey, I saw that you guys reached out to me about this apartment. Actually, it's not on the market anymore. However, there is an apartment that I'm about to put on the market. Nobody has seen it yet. I feel like you would like it. Do you want to come check it out? And we're like, yeah, might as well. Absolutely. So we went to his real estate office. He was a really nice and funny guy. I got a really good feeling from him. We sat into the car. We started driving towards the apartment, and he goes, oh yeah, you know, so nobody has seen it yet. It's a really beautiful, spacious apartment. Also on the list, there was another thing that we added later on, which was a corner apartment. We wanted to have a corner apartment so there's a lot of light. So he goes, oh yeah, there are a lot of windows. It's very spacious and big, really big bedroom. It's a corner apartment. And when he mentioned the corner apartment, I was like, oh my God, I have a feeling it's going to be the apartment. I was sitting in the back of a car. I took out my phone and I texted Ryan and I was like, oh my God, I have a feeling it's going to be this apartment. So we arrive at the apartment, we walk in through the door and I looked at the apartment, and right there and then I knew that this was the place. I mean, it's so big, it's so spacious, it's all light, so many windows. The bedroom is enormous. For New York City standards, that is a huge bedroom, huge closets, so much counter space, like so much. It's just incredible. For us, it was so important to have an easy application process and a really good landlord. That's something that we added onto the list later on as well. I think I have not the updated version saved on my computer, but we wanted a really good landlord because it's very important. If something breaks, you know, in the apartment, you just want a good landlord. So a good landlord and an easy application process were a huge things, because in New York City, sometimes it can get really tricky if you are applying for an apartment through a real estate agency, just because you have to like make 40 times rent and you have to pay fees and you have to have a really good credit score, and they do like, there's just like so many things that go into it, and sometimes it can get really complicated. Now, I didn't have a credit card at the time. I didn't have a credit score. I, you know, was working for myself, so I couldn't really give a letter of like employment that I worked for somebody else. So I just trusted that the universe was going to bring us together with somebody that could make this happen. And the thing is, when we were sitting in the car going to the apartment, he told us, you know, just the fact that I'm bringing you to the apartment means that I can get you the apartment. Like if I'm taking you there, it means that actually I can get you approved and I can get you the apartment. And that was very reassuring, and I was like, yes, he's on our side. So we walked into the apartment. I knew it was gonna be the place, like this is our dream apartment, and within 2 minutes we were like, yeah, absolutely, we're taking it. Now, as I said, a couple of things that, you know, didn't come with the apartment, which we put down on the list, was central air, laundry in the building, no fee, and also, what was it? Space for a barbecue. But I mean, if you're like looking at the way we phrase the sentence, space for a barbecue, there's a ton of space for a barbecue. The only thing, there's no like rooftop or a balcony to put out the barbecue. But you know, not having central air and not having the laundry in the building and having to pay a fee was like such minor details compared to this incredible place here. So yeah, the real estate guy, he called the landlady and he's like, hey, I found this awesome couple. You know, they have the paperwork, they're both working, they have a really good credit score. I feel like it'd be perfect. And she's like, okay, awesome. So like, you know, let's give them the apartment. The funny thing was that the real estate guy didn't ask us for any paperwork. We just had a really good rapport. Like we trusted him, he trusted us. He didn't check our credit score. He didn't check any of like our paperwork. So the application process was so easy because technically there was no application process. He just called the landlady and was like, yo, I found great people. Let's give them the apartment. So the application process, which as I said wasn't really a process, was so easy, and the landlady is amazing. Anytime something happens in the apartment or something needs to be fixed, she will get on it like in a matter of like minutes or hours. She's incredible. And you know, the gym is 4 blocks away. There's a major subway line 2 blocks away, grocery store 2 blocks away. Like everything that we wanted and needed in the perfect apartment is actually here. And now I live here by myself and I'm so happy. It feels like home. I love waking up here every morning and just coming back to this beautiful apartment. I am so grateful, and as I said, you just have to have unwavering faith. And it's not about just sitting, closing your eyes and being like, I want the perfect apartment, I want the perfect apartment, and then just completely, you know, not doing anything about it. I feel like that's why sometimes law of attraction gets a bad rep, is that they say, oh yeah, so I guess you just have to like sit down, close your eyes and visualize and it's gonna happen. No, you have to combine the law of attraction with the law of action. You actually have to take action. And you have to know and believe that it's going to work out. You know, we didn't write the list of all the things that we want in the apartment and then put it somewhere in the corner and forget about it and do nothing about finding the apartment. We went to a lot of different apartments. We reached out to real estate agents, and then through this one particular guy came this dream apartment, you know, in the most unexpected way and with the easiest process and approval. And when I still think about it, it's so funny because how worried I was in Holland and being like, I don't know how it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen, but I don't know how it's gonna happen. And being here, living here already for 13 months, it's incredible. So you have to back up your vision. You have to back up what you want by actually taking action towards it. And that's where the magic happens. When you combine really strong faith and visualization and really trusting that you will get to where you want to get, or you will get what you want, and then you take any action possible to come closer to that solution, the universe is going to provide you with a solution. The universe is going to help you manifest that dream apartment. But as I said, it's not about just sitting and doing nothing and like, being lazy. It's actually about having a strong vision and then taking action and believing that it's going to work out. I've been using the law of attraction since I was 8 or 9, and I have so many stories that are like incredible. So if you guys want to hear more about it, let me know in the comments below. If you have any specific questions, any specific stories, I'm pretty sure I have like every possible story under the sun about law of attraction and manifesting things. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I love this apartment so much, and 100% I manifested, well, we manifested, me and my ex, but yeah, it's incredible. The universe is so good to us when we just believe it and we trust it and we let go and surrender the how and the when, and the universe will take care of it. Just know what you want, be specific with what you want, and trust that it's going to happen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!